Okay. Okay, hello everybody, it's it's not ChatGPT, it's Jeremiah here. And it's Sunday in the morning, and later I'll go to swim pool. And so before I go to swim, I just wanna review, just learn a little bit English by myself. And yeah, I wanna review this what I had learned, psychology, social psychology, with ChatGPT. And yeah, so without further, let's get started. Hi, ChatGPT. Good morning.
Good morning, Jay. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing great. So it's Sunday in here. Let me see. Yeah, it's November 24th. I feels great, but outside, it's cloudy. Outside it's cloudy, I don't feel really great because my weather is really fall. I'm sorry, it's my mood is really falls to the weather.
I get that. The weather can really affect your mood. Maybe you can do something cozy indoors to lift your spirits. Got any plans for the day?
Yes, I got some plans. So before the swim pool they open at 9 a.m., I just have my breakfast. So before I go to the swim pool, first wave, I just wanna just talk with you, just
Go on.
practice, just review what I had learned about the psychology.
Sounds like a good plan. What psychology topics have you been learning about?
Oh, just some basics. Okay, so how about I just read it to you and we practice it together? Don't you think so?
Sure, that sounds like a great idea. Let's practice your psychology notes together. What do you have for me?
Okay, the first is social psychology and defining social psychology. The scientifics is scientific. Is that correct? SCIENTI. I don't know did I pronounce it correct or not. Studying how people think, feel, and behave in social contexts. Is that correct?
Scientific.
Yeah, it's correct.
You nailed the pronunciation. It's scientific. So, social psychology is indeed the scientific study of how people think, feel, and behave in social contexts. It's all about understanding human interactions. What's
Yeah.
next on your list?
Okay, the study of persons. It was the study of person in situation. Okay, there's three key components. Three components. What's the meaning of components? Could you explain to me?
Sure, components are the parts or elements that make up something. So, in this context, the three key components refer to the three main parts or aspects of the
Mm.
study of a person in a situation.
How
Do you
to
want to
s-
go over what?
how to spell aspect? ASPECT, right? Aspect, aspect. Did I spell it right?
Yes, that's right. Aspect is spelled ASPECT. An aspect refers to a particular part or feature of something. So when we talk about the three key aspects or components of a study, we're referring to the main parts that make it up. What's next on your list?
Oh, okay. There's three key components, three part. Okay, so the first is scientific. Okay, scientific is the first. Second is the focus on people's thoughts, feelings and behaviors. And three is limited. I mean, the limited it has a double quotation mark, limited to social situation. So could you just explain, each of them and give me example, like the first is scientific. Yeah.
Sure. Let's break it down. 1. Scientific. This means social psychology relies on systematic methods to study human behavior, thoughts, and feelings. Researchers conduct experiments, collect data, and use statistical analysis to draw conclusions. A social psychologist might conduct an experiment to see how group pressure influences individual decision making. Focus on people's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Social psychology examines how our internal processes and actions are influenced by the social
No, no,
environment.
no. Yeah, I just said there's three parts, or three components about the first is scientific, second I told you, and third, yeah. I just want you first explain scientific, just like explain to me and give me some examples and how you define scientific in social psychology.
Got it. In social psychology, scientific means using systematic methods to study how people think, feel, and act in social situations. This approach involves forming hypotheses, conducting experiments, gathering data, and analyzing the results to draw conclusions. For example, a social psychologist might create an experiment to see how group dynamics influence an individual's decision-making. They would carefully control the variables, gather data on how people respond in different scenarios, and then analyze the findings to understand social behavior better. This scientific approach ensures that the conclusions drawn are based on evidence rather than assumptions. Does that help clarify it?
Just like some researchers, they collect some data and learn data from that, right? And let's a part of scientifics and how the definition of scientifics in, let's say, social psychology. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. The scientific part in social psychology refers to the systematic and methodical approach used to study human behavior. Go on.
What's the meaning of systematic?
Systematic means following a fixed plan or system using organized and methodical procedures. In social psychology, being systematic means conducting research in an organized way, following specific steps to ensure accuracy and reliability. It involves careful planning, controlled experiments, and thorough analysis to draw valid conclusions.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's cool. Just to relax on cymatics and methods to study human behavior, thoughts, and feelings. Okay, how about the second one? The second one is focuses on people's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. So could you explain to me just like how the people thoughts, feelings, behaviors, let's say? I think there's no need to explain, right?
Exactly. The second component is about understanding how people's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are influenced by the social environment. Social psychologists study how we think about, feel about, and act toward others, and how these mental and emotional.
Okay, the third one is limited to social situation. I can't, the limited that word they add like a double quotation marks. So I was wondering in here what's the meaning of that.
When limited is in quotation marks, it suggests a specific or nuanced meaning. In social psychology, limited to social situation means that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are influenced or constrained by the social context. It highlights that these aspects of human psychology are not just random, but are shaped by the social situations we find ourselves in. For example, people might behave differently when they're at a formal dinner compared to how they act at a casual gathering with friends. The social situation limits or influences their behavior. Does that clear things up?
Yeah, I all got it. Okay, so I'm trying to explain to you and limited in here. The limited social situations kind of like when you hang out with your casual friends, you don't feel so like nervous or anxious or pressures because you know each other a lot. You guys are very good friends. But if put you in just like a foreigner party or something like that, you probably will feel nervous, yeah, right, anxious, and then you're just like you're not you're not real you're trying to be nice and trying to be wow. So I think it's like limited to social situations, kind of like that.
Absolutely, you've got it. The way you feel and behave can change depending on the social situation. With close friends, you feel relaxed and can be your true self. But in a foreign party or with strangers, you might feel nervous or anxious, and your behavior changes because you're in an unfamiliar social context. That's what it means when we say our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are limited to social situations. Great example.
Yeah, okay. Here's a very good example that just during the last Halloween party, and I was invited by the foreign party, and there's one lady, and she invited her brother John to the Halloween party as well, but her brother doesn't speak English at all. I do speak English, except him, everybody could speak English very well. So in that time, he was kind of I'm pretty sure he was totally different because once see his appearance and his how he dressed, how his behavior, I'm pretty sure in the Chinese social context, he's not a person like that. But in that night, and he's totally shy. He's totally he didn't speak it at all. So I think let's that's a great example to reference like a limited social situation. Yeah, so I may, so my example, yeah, what I said to you is kind of like maybe some grammar's mistake, and maybe something else. So could you just clarify my example? Thank you.
Your example is a great illustration of being limited to social situations. Here's a refined version. At the Halloween party, which was hosted by foreigners, one lady invited her brother John, who doesn't speak English at all. While everyone else spoke English fluently, John seemed completely out of place. Based on his appearance, attire, and behavior, I could tell he was very different from how he would be in a Chinese social context. He was shy and didn't speak at all, which was a stark contrast to how he might normally act. This revision maintains your original meaning while smoothing out the grammar and phrasing. Great job sharing your example.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. Okay, I would read it. I would read it by myself, and what you just polished. You just polished my words. Okay, at the Halloween party, which was hosted by foreigners, one lady invited her brother. I don't know his name. It's not John. Okay, who doesn't speak English at all. Well, everyone else spoke English fluently, and he seems completely out of place. Based on his appearance, what's this? ATT attire? What's meaning attire? Attire is a fancy word. Okay, attire. Okay, so and behavior, I could tell, and he was very different from how he would be in Chinese social context. He was shy and didn't speak at all, which was stark constraint how he might normally act. Stark, STRK, what's meaning? Means
Stark.
clear. Okay, means something. Let me see, something very clear. Okay, strong, and which was very clear how construct. What's mean construct? How things are different each other. Okay, which was a clear construct how he might normally act. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's pretty true. I think even me, I was also I was also trying to be like playing another role, I guess. So yeah, I learned about social psychology for a while, so I knew it's like mm, everybody is trying to everybody just in a different person in different groups, they are having different characters. Oh, I don't have too time.
嗨，很高兴认识你。
Yeah, hi, ChatGPT. Let's go ahead. Okay, so I understand the three key components. The first is the scientific. Scientific relies on semantics methods study human behavior, thoughts, and feelings, and they collect data and study it. A second is the focus on people's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. And the third is limited to social situation. It's kind of like the people they will be act different in a different social context. Is that correct?
Yes, you've got it. Social psychology